Hi, I'm Bryce Nagy, and I'm here to share with you a couple of the technical communication lessons that I have learned throughout this course and what they mean for me and how I can apply them in media studies. Okay. First, I want to talk to you about visual technical communication. Visuals help explain textual explanations quickly and clearly so that the reader and listener can understand what they are reading in a more clear and concise sense by having that visual component with it that helps lay everything out in a way for them. Poorly designed visuals can confuse and mislead, so it's important to make sure that our visuals are as clear and concise as possible. So just showing the bare minimum amount of data they need to show and information they need to explain. Words and visuals work together as the words that you are explaining or listening to can be shown on the visual to help emphasize the point that the visual is trying to explain, and it's excellent for showing data. For example, if you look here, there is a Drew Harris from the New York Times made this visual showing the things we can do to combat the pandemic, because in the beginning in 2020 there was a lot of confusion on how fast the virus would spread and just how fast and dangerous it was for people. So he showed the difference between an outbreak using protective measures. If you see here, he shows highlighting how dangerous it can be in the daily infections we would have, and the outbreak without protective measures, and just how dangerous and how the infection rate would skyrocket. It's a very simple yet effective visual which shows the readers what they can do and what the people in charge can do and the difference it's going to make. Now, a few examples of visual representations include different types of graphs and charts. Pie charts, for example, show how data relates to a whole, and colors help highlight the majority, so what you are really trying to represent is easier to understand. Pie charts help make points clearly and forcefully. As you can see here, when looking for the different types of breeds last year, the most prominent breeds being the collies, the shepherds, and the retrievers, the largest slices of the pie, so to speak, are the most colorful and the most poignant to really bring the reader's attention to them and show that these breeds of dogs accounted for 70% of the dogs placed to shelter last year. An important part of pie charts is they help break things down that accumulate of 100%. You can break it down into these slices that are very easy to represent visually and a very easy way to display it for readers in a sort of bird's eye view sense. Line charts compare subjects over time, and they're really helpful for showing the correlation and the effect that something has throughout its course. Here we look at Buster, a baby born, seeing from when he was 6 weeks old to 6 months old following his weight gain. So you can see the line charts here. You plot the data points, and it's very easy to kind of follow. And the thing about line charts, it's good at showing how things can rise and how things fall. As you see here, the weight rises gradually, plateaus a bit, and slightly goes back down before rising back up, showing the correlation. And you can even use line charts to compare, for example, if Buster was using different diets or his parents were comparing him different things he was doing, different formulas, they could see how it was affecting his weight by using these line charts and following the correlation and over time. Next, I want to talk about progress reports, white papers, and recommendation papers. There were four kind of reports that we talked about in this chapter, which were progress reports or status reports, which are used to report, as the name suggests, the progress or the status of work that you are doing within an organization. Then there's the information report or white paper, which provides information about a specific topic. Then there's the laboratory report, which within the chapter we do not delve further into, so we'll not be diving into that one in this section. And the recommendation report, which is a written outcome following a study or research. For a progress report, they're informative and persuasive, as you are showing what you have been working on or what you will be working on and how you are going to be working on it, and highlighting why the process you are taking and the steps you are taking to complete this are necessary, and showing a great use of time and resources. It demonstrates your competence as you are, throughout the report, showing how well you know what you're working on and how well you know you can complete what you are working on. If you include factual accomplishments and show areas of expertise within it, you can really highlight to the person you're presenting it to, whether it be a boss or a teacher or a colleague, you can really show just how much you know about it and just how much confidence they should have in you to complete it. The structure of a status report is very simple. It's just beginning where you show an introduction of the description and refresh the reader's memory in the project, and basically highlight what you are going to be trying to accomplish in the middle section, which is where you show what you've done, the progress that's been done within it, and the work you still have remaining. In the end, it's just an overall assessment, progress to date, and giving a short little timeline of when they can expect the next updates. Now, a white paper is important for marketing or arguing a position. For a white paper, for marketing purposes, you are generally giving a guideline of how you're going to market a product, who you can sell it to, what you're going to use to sell it, and who it's going to be, like the demographic, the target audience. And arguing position, you're telling basically why you're standing on this side of a persuasive argument, or why you're on this side of a stance in the market, and showing a solution so that people reading the paper know not only are you recommending a product or a position, but how the product or position is going to be of greater benefit. And lastly, you have the recommendation report, which is a professional paper which people use after or before they take on a project to show what needs to be done, how they're going to do it, and essentially the work that will be done and how it's going to have this sustained impact. So for a great example here is the yard and the roof being in condition that maintenance is now necessary, and they go over the different maintenance protocols they will take and what they see and why they're doing it, so that their recommendation report is shown with sufficient information to back up the work that they will be doing. This is my works cited, and thank you.